I'm here in beautiful Brighton, South Australia at my good mate Sean's house, who runs his home off a mixture of 8 cents grid electricity and solar 365 days a year. How? He's got an 8 kilowatt solar system, 2 Tesla Powerwalls, and most importantly, a solar sponge electricity plan that gives him dirt cheap rates during the day. Now, this setup is not a silver bullet for tiny electricity bills. If Sean isn't careful, he could get wrecked by his plan's brutal peak pricing of 75 cents a kilowatt hour. But that's why he added a second Powerwall. So he's got more than enough battery storage to power through that crazy expensive 5 to 9 p.m. period, and usually enough to get all the way through to 10 a.m. the next morning when electricity becomes cheap again. Now, let me take you through Sean's setup and show you what's involved in adding a second Tesla Powerwall to a house. Note, it's now August and we first filmed Sean adding the extra Powerwall in May. Since then, his electricity plan rates have changed. His daytime tariff has dropped from 9 cents to 8 cents, and his peak rate has gone up from 60 cents to 75 cents. So the main problem was that you're still getting a fairly chunky winter bill.
I did, yes. Unfortunately, I bought my wife an inflatable spa bath that runs about 2 kilowatts. My bill jumped from $700 in winter to $1,700 in winter.
Did you get a summer power bill?
Summer's quite low, a couple of $100, but you know, we're running air conditioners and swimming pools, etc.
So if you're not getting enough solar energy over winter, why don't you just put more solar on the roof?
Main reason, run out of room on the roof,
Yep.
so can't squeeze any more panels up there.
So let's talk about this solar sponge tariff that we can get in SA. How cheap can you buy electricity from the grid during the day in South Australia if you're on one of these tariffs?
At the moment, between 10 and 3 o'clock, I can buy power for 9 cents a kilowatt hour.
Wow, that's dirt cheap. And what are you paying for it at the moment?
38 cents a kilowatt hour. Downside is in the peak period in the evening, between about 5 and 9, they want to charge you 60 cents a kilowatt hour.
Ouch.
Yeah, but that's okay. I've got 2 batteries full of 9 cents, so I don't need their 60 cents.
So on a perfect day, the plan is to fill your boots, fill your batteries with 9 cents a kilowatt hour energy, ride all the way through, hopefully, till 10 a.m. the next morning, and then fill it again with 9 cents energy.
Absolutely, and also try and get some free stuff from the sun as well.
So let's talk about that. So you've got 8 kilowatts on the roof. People might be surprised that you don't have enough energy during winter, but in Adelaide, I just did some maths before I got here, I think you'll be making close to 50 kilowatt hours on a good summer's day.
Absolutely.
Which would be more than enough to power your house, fill one battery. But in winter in Adelaide, that drops down to, on a pretty crappy winter's day, close to 10 kilowatt hours. And that's not enough to even fill one battery. So I think going with the solar sponge tariff is smart because you're guaranteed to have lots of cheap energy at 9 cents a kilowatt hour.
Absolutely.
365 days a year.
Yep, and yep, that's the plan.
So this one Tesla Powerwall will back up 5 kilowatts of power. So what's this one backing up at the moment?
At the moment, it basically runs our lights in the house and fans. So obviously if I'm not home, my wife and daughter are at home, and it happens at night, they've got lights and fans. That was one of the important things. The aquarium.
Cool, so with one Powerwall, obviously the aquarium's super important. You don't want to kill your beautiful fish.
Yep.
Lights are important, but you couldn't back up everything you wanted with the power from one Powerwall.
I believe you can. But there's a hesitancy, well, 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, they wanted to limit you, basically you got told, 2 circuits.
Right.
And they were pretty strict on the 2 circuits. So having the 2, I feel more confident I can run a few more circuits now. And if we don't get home for a couple of hours, that it won't drain the 2 batteries set at the reserve level that, you know, I'll have it set for.
So at the end of the day, once you've got 2 Powerwalls, you're going to get a much lower winter power bill.
Yep.
I'm fairly confident your summer power bill will go from low to almost non-existent, and you'll be able to back up everything you want in the house.
Win, win, win.
Cool, let's get it installed.
Okay.
So this is Stefan from NRG Solar in Adelaide. Stefan, what's involved in adding a second Powerwall?
So the second Powerwall in this instance will just literally stack straight in front of it. It comes with a stacking kit that sort of clamps into the side, and then we just run a new supply straight back to the main board.
Cool. So will you need a second isolator?
I can actually reuse that one. It's got an extra couple of poles in it, which is fine for what we need. It keeps it nice and neat. And we don't have to worry about any of the communication stuff because it's already ran in the first instance.
Right, so it sounds like a fairly straightforward install compared to doing
Correct.
it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Now, some people think it's plug and play. Are you just lifting it on and dropping it in and going home?
I wish. It's basically once you connect into the main board, you still have to go through the commissioning process again, but it's pretty straightforward. It recognises the Powerwall and you're good to go.
And when you get your first Powerwall, you get the Powerwall and you get this grey box, which is now looks a bit nicer on the newer versions, which
Correct,
is called the
yeah.
Gateway. Now, do you need a second? You don't need a second gateway.
Do not need a second gateway.
All goes through the existing one, so that
Correct.
saves the homeowner a bit of money.
Yep.
But then you've got to put the power supply from the battery through straight to the switchboard.
Correct.
Right. And how are you going to get that cable from here to here?
I'm hoping I can use the cavity that's here,
Right.
which will keep the installation nice and neat. Worst case scenario, we've done a bit of surface conduit, but again, we'll make it as neat as we can.
And how long do you think the whole thing's going to take?
About half a day.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's do it.
Cool. Let's go.
So Sean, you've had the second Tesla Powerwall installed for about 3 months. We're almost at the end of winter. What's it done to that massive $2,000 odd winter bill?
It's virtually halved it, Finn. Virtually halved it, so couldn't be happier.
So you're happy that you went with a Tesla?
Absolutely. The Tesla has just made it user-friendly because these off-tariff or sponge tariff things can be quite complex, but the Tesla takes all of that complexity out of it. It self-learns, it knows when we're using power, knows when to charge it up, and it gives me the best deal.
So you just put your tariff in and you leave the rest of the Tesla software.
And just monitor and with a smile on your face.
Now, one thing about getting a Tesla is they're not cheap. It was about $13,000 to add this second battery. Are you happy with that money that's been spent?
Absolutely. Big investment, but it's one of these things you plan for a return at some point down the track. And I set in mind that based on what we're saving, I was hoping to have it paid off in about 5 years, and I've got a sneaking suspicion that we may even get there a little bit earlier.
Cool, well, we'll come back in 9 months and see exactly how much it saved you over the year. But in the meantime, enjoy powering your house from 8-cent grid electricity when you haven't got enough sun.
Thanks, Finn. And the wife will enjoy her hot tub at 8 cents.
So it's been 3 months since we filmed Sean adding his second Tesla Powerwall. What have we learned? Firstly, solar sponge tariffs have arrived in SA and WA, and I expect them to roll out across Australia within the next 3 years. Secondly, if you're thinking of going onto a solar sponge tariff, you need to make sure you have enough battery storage to guarantee you dodge those harsh peak pricing periods. Thirdly, Tesla software is the duck's nuts. You load in your tariff rules and it takes care of the rest. It literally learns as it goes and is way easier to use than any other battery app I've ever seen. Finally, some of you may have realized that with solar sponge tariffs and batteries, you technically don't even need solar. But I still recommend solar because the cost of solar electricity over the panel's lifetime is around 2 or 3 cents a kilowatt hour. That's even cheaper than Sean's 8 cents solar sponge tariff. So you want to get as much of that good, clean solar energy as you can.